I play Paige Peters. My name, myself, is Jenna.
My name is Ben Stevens, and I play Milo on the show.
My name is Ben Dextrays, and I play Conrad.
My name is Kristen Pace, and I play Emily.
I'm Georgia Irwin, and I play Janice the Baker.
I'm Charles Gall, and I play the character of Chesterfield.
I started performing mostly stage acting when I was 7, and then I did a lot of theatre, and then I did Grant MacEwan, and then from there I went to the Royal Scottish Academy of Music and Drama. It sounds very prestigious, but it's not really. Now I have a master's degree in musical theatre, and now I'm a really good waitress.
I started acting when I was a wee boy. I got into some plays around town, and then I continued that into high school, and then went and took a BA in drama at the University of Alberta, which I've just graduated from, and then I've just been acting in a few short films with you guys, and then this show. So I don't know. I've mostly theater, and then a few other things.
My performing background is mostly through stage work. So like I started off when I was about 14, doing the festivals of performing arts. Like there's circuits in British Columbia. So I performed all over BC, doing like poetry, reciting poetry, solo scene monologues. And then I went to university and started doing shows there when I did a Bachelor of Arts degree. And then I did a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree at the University of Alberta, and that's taken me to where I am right about now. So I've got a lot of school under my belt, and now I'm just getting out into the real world.
Besides being in high school drama, I did a lot of community theatre in Grand Prairie, which is where I went to high school. And then I graduated from Grant MacEwan's theatre arts program. I graduated in 2009.
I did a few things in high school, just the musical in grade 12 and some one-act plays. And then university, I did 2 years of general arts drama major and did a few scenes in that. And then I just got into the BFA program, BFA acting program this year, and so I've got 2 more years left.
Background, theater, film, comedy.
I've been spending a lot of time waiting tables in, this acting career that we do. And so when I saw the posting, I was like, oh, I know exactly what that's going to be like. I want to be that person, because I am that person.
On deal, I've worked in restaurants my entire life, or at least my entire working career.
I've talked to you and Chris about, it had a lot to do with the fact that I'd worked so many restaurant jobs. So, like my dad saw that I was playing a chef, and he was like, well, how's suiting?
I was at the Varscona Theatre, working front of house, and I walked in the back room, and on the back room billboard it said auditions for food inspired web series, and I was like, okay. that's it. I didn't know who was working on it or anything. I was just like, sure, let's see what this is.
Well, I'd done an acting for film and TV workshop in New York 2 summers ago, and so I was trying to see if there are any possibilities to get more involved with that media in Edmonton. So I was just looking at the Alberta Auditions website, and I saw it, and it sounded really funny and interesting, and I thought I would give it a shot.
I don't really remember the exact thing. I know I've had working relationships with both you and Chris, and then it seemed like an exciting project. It seemed like an ongoing thing, which was exciting for me.
I mean, that I know that you guys are funny as hell. So I mean, reading your scripts and doing the work was, it's fun to do too.
Chris asked me to.
Totally nervous. I don't have a lot of camera experience. I'm very staged, so I felt like I might be really in the face.
Well, you clearly did very well.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I was. Yes, I am always a little nervous in front of the camera because I don't really know. I don't know how anything I do looks.
Despite your working relationship with us, still a little nervous.
Still a little nervous. Yeah, I was worried that as weird as this sounds, I was worried that I would be too comfortable and not come in with enough power or anything like that. You know.
Kind of assume you got the role and just half-ass it.
Yeah. So I tried not to. I hope I didn't.
Yes, I was very nervous. I'm always nervous for auditions. Yeah, it was my first real audition, I think, for anything film related, so it was pretty intense.
I was nervous when I was leaving because I couldn't open the door to get out because you had to move it like this, but I kept pulling it, and I was like, I hope they don't see that I can't open the door. And then Chris was like, oh, this happens all the time here. Yeah. And I felt kind of weird after that, but other than that, it's fine.
I don't think there's anyone in their right mind who isn't nervous when they auditioned at some level.
No. Good.
Is that like a loaded question? Do you want me to come back for another step?
I liked them. I thought a lot of the stuff was very true to, you know, working in a restaurant, and it was comically pretty funny. I laughed. We laughed. We all laughed.
I thought it was really fun. I also liked how it was constantly changing. Like I would read the one that you guys would send out, and then by the time we came into the restaurant to shoot, there'd be minor changes. You'd turn up jokes and stuff like that, and yeah, and then even if things weren't working on the day, you know, you'd be like, all right, change this line or something like that, which I don't know. I like when things grow and change. So.
Oh, it was so funny. Every time that we got the script, it was really exciting, and we got to see. Well, we didn't know anything in advance. Like I didn't know anything about Emily, or the other characters, or where they were going. So, the first script that we read, I just said I was like crying the whole time, and it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, okay, I guess I have to cry. Like, sure. And I think it was really fun just to see what everyone could do and where they were willing to go comedically and like kind of make fools of themselves, really. And everyone was really open to that. So that was really, they were willing to go there with the script and just kind of like no one said no to anything that was being asked of them in the script. Like they were just like, okay, yeah, I'll make an idiot of myself, sure.
The scripts were hilarious. That was the first thing that struck me, is just they had a very SNL 30 Rock-esque flair to them, I thought, which are really favorite shows of mine. And I just thought they were really clever and funny and efficient, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I thought they were good. I mean, like, technically speaking, like there was a lot of comments about how short they were, because people just wanted to see more. I mean, like it was a great premise, and like the writing was solid. So I mean, it was just a matter of really having longer episodes with more character development.
Everyone was very laid back, and I didn't feel intimidated that I'd never really done any film work before. So, yeah, it was the perfect first film experience.
I mean, I had a great time. Free food, which was awesome. You guys always provided wonderful stuff like that. I don't know, everyone was a blast to work with and really easy to get along with. And even though it was late nights, sometimes it was late nights, it was always a good time.
It was awesome. I mean, Chris got to rent out. Well, they gave it to him, I guess, but we got to chill out in the Second Spoon Cafe, which is also called the Upper Crust in real life. And I mean, it was good times. We ate food and acted. I mean, what else could you ask for? I mean, getting paid helped, but I mean, yeah, it was a good time.
I was good. It was late. I was always very hungry. And there was like sandwiches and like drinks and stuff. I was always looking forward to those. Every time there was a break, I was like, yes. But it was really good atmosphere. It was really chill. Like we just kind of went. It was just like, oh, we're just gonna do our work and have some chats, have some snacks, and just, you know, get to watch other people be really hilarious in scenes and try not to ruin them by laughing in them. And yeah, it was pretty fun. Yeah.
It was really cool. It was a great cast. It was really fun people to work with. There was always food, so that was a good thing. The restaurant was really nice. We all lounged around there and got to use it whenever we wanted. It was just a really cool, fun atmosphere.
It was a very positive experience. I enjoyed it. It was great working with everybody, and it was just good.
That's really cool. Well, it's kind of terrifying to see your face on camera and up close. Like, ugh, I got a mole there. That's gross. But other than that, it was interesting.
Oh man, I was actually very surprised. Not surprised like that sounds bad, but when it came to the finished product, I was very excited to watch all the episodes. I always awaited the next one. I found that it was like, again, because I feel very nervous in front of the camera. I sometimes I don't know what things are looking like, or how jokes come across, and obviously you don't see anything with editing. You don't see anything with the sound done until it's there and it's the final product. So seeing all those things coming together was always really exciting, and oftentimes things that I thought were funny when we did it were way funnier when we did it, when you saw the final product.
I think it's great. I mean, it's awesome to see yourself on camera, and it was my first web series, so double bonus, and I'm looking forward to doing more and seeing myself, should I say, in more independent productions such as web series, which are really streaming the way for people such as me, upcoming artists, to have the availability to act in such a new blossoming profession.
It's interesting seeing other people's episodes because I just know mine, and then I didn't really know what anyone else had filmed. There was like hearsay of like Ben Stevens getting like assaulted by Chris's girlfriend, and I just was like, I gotta see that. And then when that episode came out, I was so excited, and then I was like, holy crap, he really does get assaulted by her.
Yes, I always look forward to the new episodes. Pretty sad that they're all done now, but looking forward to more in season 2. And yeah, it's always fun looking forward to when they come out, and they're put together really nicely, and it's exciting to see how the editing worked out and everything. So it's always good to watch.
It's funny. Very well put together. Very well edited. Nice overall.
Good way to learn how to act better too. The strange things I do with my face I did not know I did.
Nice people.
Don't like any of them.
I think they're a bunch of fucking douchebags. Charles Gall's a piece of shit.
Are you asking me if I secretly think they're plotting against me? And
No.
Ben Stevens has a thing where he keeps on fucking standing up when he gets like really emotional. He's like, I don't know if you've seen it. But I think I actually said to him in real life to sit down in one of the episodes. He's a piece of shit.
what are my thoughts on the cast and crew?
The whole cast and crew was everyone on the cast and crew were. Oh, that's still not right grammatically.
They're good. I like them.
Cast was really fun, really talented. I was really privileged to be able to work with so many talented people, and the crew are really great. The writers are brilliant, obviously, and just very professional and yet fun at the same time.
So much fun. It was actually really easy to just jump in there with everyone, and no one, I don't know, no one was difficult to work with, and I feel like I already knew some of the people involved. Like I knew Ben really well, and I knew myself very well, and again I knew you guys, and I'm like, and so that just made it really easy, and I felt like everyone who I didn't know beforehand I got to know really well, or quite well through the process. And
I love them all.
Everyone's funny and interesting, and yeah, I got along well with everyone.
Ah.
I'd say Ryan Byrne. He's this sexy man, and he kind of hides behind the camera a lot, and like maybe holds mics and stuff. But I'm pretty sure watching him and Chris Hill communicate between each other has been my highlight, because they're roommates as well as co-writers as well as co-producers on the series. So some of their conversations were gems.
One of my favorite parts, besides being able to improvise and play with like Ben and Jenna and Ben, Georgia, that was actually really fun. But just to say something different besides I like working with these people, I will say making the poster.
I think just getting the experience, because I really want to start to get into more film and television, so that's my favorite part, I think.
Just getting to read the scripts each time, seeing where the characters progress to, and making choices that are supported by the script, and getting to see how it all progresses and comes together is probably the best experience.
Georgia made this poster. We made it ourselves. We worked very hard on it, and we drew some sharks on there for Shark Week. And there's lots of things that actually referenced the whole series.
Eating afterwards. I don't know. I'm just kidding. What was the best part about eating? So the food again.
I think the best part was seeing it develop. Again, I like how things grow and change, and I liked being able to go from the auditions straight through into we were doing the show, seeing how the script changed and the arc moved along, and we brought in new and different characters throughout the show. How, you know, everyone kind of found their characters as time went on. And
So if you ever get a chance, like pause on YouTube and see if you can look at the poster and see what's on it.
odd people come up to me and be really excited about it. Like, oh man, I just saw this episode. It's so funny. It's like this great thing happened.
Okay.
What was the worst part?
Chris Hill and Ryan Byrne. Quite literally, because when they weren't having conversations that were jams, it was pretty bad.
Worst part was that I am really lame, and I get tired pretty easily, so working late at night.
I think the worst part really was just being out late and, you know, not knowing at any point exactly when we were gonna finish, and it was just like, well, we're gonna keep going. And then
I had some issues. I was pretty tired and maybe a little bit delirious, which helped, I guess, probably with Emily. That's why it allowed me to go to some scary places.
I think the worst part is actually seeing myself. It's a bit, it's a bit weird.
Nothing was bad.
I don't think there was a worst part. I don't know. Wasn't there long enough really to have a worst part. I mean, it was a very small part.
I liked the restaurant critic with the
Stu.
Yeah, Stu.
Yes.
I liked Stu. He was funny.
I think Milo is my favorite character. He was so much fun. I mean, like, Paige is the easiest to relate to, and she's probably the best actual character. But I liked Milo. I think he's my favorite. I had a lot of fun being kind of a dick.
I'd say Conrad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean to be narcissistic, but yeah, I think he's probably the funniest dude on the show. Just because he's like the chauvinist, masochistic chef.
Our own ways. I liked Ben Stevens' character because if I was 16, I would have a huge crush on him.
Probably Mr. Jansen was hilarious, and I never actually got to work with him, which was a shame, but it was great to watch him perform.
Well, in terms of comedy, because that's where I'm coming from, I really like. I liked everybody, so I mean, if I single somebody out, it's not fair to anybody else, really, because I'll tell you, I mean, I liked Jenna for that straight-faced comedy she played. I like Kristen for that insane outlandishness that she could bring to the bit. I like Georgia for her beautiful straight-faced delivery. You know what I mean? You laugh at all of them because you know. And of course Ben, was just he was right into it as well. And he's a funny guy. And him and Georgia together were very funny.
Charles never did wrong. Every time or like Chesterfield, every time he was on there, his lines were just so funny. Like.
And of course, I love Ben Stevens. I'm sorry that there's still that when in episode 2, I think it was that when Jenna says put the bell down, and that look he gives, that dejected look, it cracks me up every time.
The Bens were pretty good.
Oh! That's really hard to say.
I like the Shark Week one. I think I like that one just because it was that one at that time. At that point, we'd all gotten closer and more comfortable with each other to play around, and so we weren't scared just to like improvise and just say stuff, and then we trusted the other person to respond back and be open to what you just said, and that I really like Shark Week. And then Jenna is just like face.
I think it's the second last one. No, I like the last one where they have the big party and the hurrah. And then there's one.
I think they got better and better as time went on, and I think 8, 9, 10, that little chunk right at the end is my favorite. I think picking one out of those is difficult.
I think maybe it is the second last one. But I felt like the characters had finally kind of found their groove, and like the script was like, oh, okay, I see. Yeah, it felt like, when a TV series kind of starts and it's like, okay, we haven't quite figured this out, and I thought the last few episodes really kind of fell into place.
I would say Women Don't Belong in the Kitchen. It's definitely my favorite episode now.
I love the staff meeting episode, just because it was so much fun to shoot. I remember we threw in a bunch of improv in there, and it made it through the cuts, so that was really fun. And we were all exhausted, but it just ended up working really well for what we needed to shoot, and so I think that was my favorite.
The ones I'm in.
Can you narrow it down from those ones?
Oh, yes, that's right.
The group?
Look for episode 2, 5, and 10. The rest is all filler. Is there money?
I think in terms of season 2, what I'm most interested in is, I think, just seeing what more crap these characters can get themselves into.
I look forward to seeing what's gonna happen. I mean, quite honestly, now that they've got the second spoon back, what's next for the hijinks at the restaurant? Like, what are they gonna face?
I look forward to seeing some romance. There was a bit hinted between George's character and Ben Dextrand's character. There's a little bit of sexual tension there.
Lots of crazy relationships developing between characters. I think some interesting stuff is going to go down, but I'm just guessing.
I look forward to seeing some other sides of Paige. She's all like intense, like, riled up. I think she needs to just loosen up or at least try to, because that would be funny.
With a wonderful ensemble again, and a great director and producer who can write very quickly before.
That makes me so awesome. I think the people around me make me look better.
Oh goodness. My teeth.
Not in not in a bad way. Just in the way that they also
They feed into.
They work so hard to make me look good. Not just to make me look good. Oh, I'm digging myself a hole here.
What makes me so awesome Are you assuming that I am awesome?
You know what? After answering who's your favorite character on the show as being myself, I think I should say that what makes me awesome is my humility. I'm a humble person, and I think people have a lot of respect for me.
What makes me so awesome is that I grew up watching way too many sitcoms.
That I get to play Janice is awesome.
I don't know. I eat less than other cast members.